Welcome back to another AI prompt review. There's a lot of talk about agents lately, and Copilot includes a really powerful one called Researcher that I want to make sure you're familiar with. Normally, when you give Copilot a prompt, it takes the first path that it finds to get you a result. That's great for simple tasks, but sometimes it doesn't go deep enough. And that's where Researcher really shines. It's designed to slow down, tackle more complex multi-step reasoning requests. Before we jump in, if you're not sure how to install an agent, check out my earlier video, Installing an Agent, at aka.ms/prompt of the week. Now, let's look at how I used Researcher to help me plan for InfoComm next week. So I wanted to figure out which vendors I should visit to check out the latest MTR devices. But I didn't just want a booth list. I want a summary of what to expect in each one, and guidance how to walk the show floor without zigzagging too much. So instead of using the standard Copilot, I open up the research agent from the list on the right side of the window. There's several sample prompts that could help get me started, but here's what I used. I'm attending InfoComm next week. Please provide me a brief of vendors that sell Microsoft Teams rooms, both Android and Windows-based, a summary of the products they likely will showcase, and a walking path to visit them all without excessive backtracking through the hall. Now, Researcher is going to respond with a few follow-up questions for me, but at the bottom, it's going to give me permission to continue without answering. In this case, I'll ask it to include all vendors, even if the list gets long, and I'll ask it to keep the report concise. Now, Researcher is going to go to work. You'll notice this experience is different from the usual Copilot flow. Researcher shows a step-by-step breakdown of its reasoning. You can expand this to see all the details of how it's thinking. In this case, it starts with vendor identification, moving on to product summaries. It'll look at booth locations for vendors, and finally, it's going to recommend the walking path. I'm going to fast forward through the process here, but you can see the major reasoning steps along the way. Unlike the regular Copilot, which usually responds in a few seconds, Researcher takes its time. For this prompt, it'll take about 5.5 minutes in real time to complete, and that's a good thing. It allows the agent to explore more options, look for more detailed sources, check its assumptions, and provide a more robust output for a multi-step role like this. Once the results are complete, I get a concise paragraph for each vendor, including the products they're likely to showcase. If I had asked for more details or given different instructions in my prompt, it would have adjusted the output accordingly. I can also interact with the results just like I would with any other Copilot prompt. At the end, Researcher also gives me the suggested route to visit all the booths efficiently, exactly what I need. I highly recommend you try out the Research Agent for yourself. The sample prompts are a great starting point, but the real value comes from jumping in and seeing what it can do for yourself. And that's this week's AI prompt. If you found this valuable, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who you think might find benefit. I'll see you next time.